One of the best things you can do when you've gone through a breakup, or your health's not good, or things just aren't going the way you like, is to walk. Get out and walk. Don't wait until it's all over, or things have gone bad, or it just hasn't worked out the way you would have liked it. Get out into the fresh air, into the open spaces. Put yourself in places where you're able to breathe, your mind and your body, and other definite, specific, important parts of yourself can heal and mend, and come back to yourself. This is where we come undone. Look at that beautiful scenery there, right at the doorway of where I live. And you can come back to yourself. There's a lot of things that have probably happened to you that you're not going to be able to forgive. You might not want to forgive. You just don't want to find a way to make that happen, and you'll carry that burden. That will eat away at you, no matter how you try and bury it as unresolved. And when we deal with things that are unresolved, we live an unresolved life. It manifests in other parts of our life. One unresolved leads to another, and to another, and to another. It's just how it works. So we need to find a place where we've got clear-mindedness to an extent that we're able to resolve. We can resolve the things that are before us. Sometimes we don't engage with the micro-incremental problems that are sabotaging our life and our relationships. And these build up and they cause wounds. We get wounded by the people that are objecting to the way in which we're behaving. We get wounded by the limitedness and inability to be able to change, maybe because of the way we've been raised or our characteristic situations. We get wounded when we don't understand things that we should, and we know we should, but we just don't. We get wounded when we lose people that are close to us because we couldn't adapt and find ways of being able to maintain the relationship. There's lots of ways in which we get wounded. And these are opportunities for us to learn. Big opportunities. And if we fail to learn, not only do we fail ourselves, we fail the people that are depending on us to be able to come to a place that's not just going to help us, but be a representation of what they're required to aim for, what they should aim for. And this happens all the time. And so we fail. We fail the people that are closest to us. We fail the people that are depending on us. And most of all, but not least of all, we fail ourselves as well. So it's a double no-win situation. You don't win, they don't win, nobody wins. We all just end up going round in circles, unable to improve or get any momentum in life that's going to help us to move forward. We go from one relationship to the next, one hurt after the other, memories that we don't want to hang on to and that we're embarrassed by and ashamed of, things that we feel guilty about that we shouldn't. We all suffer it. But the funny thing about Christianity, and I'm going to bring this up, is it's the only religion that requires nothing of you except an open heart. And when you come to the cross and you look at what Christ did and why he did it and who he was, God manifest in the flesh, showing to us that he'll take responsibility for the mess that we're in, and he'll let us crucify him as a man, and in doing that he'll forgive us of our sins. He'll make provision through us murdering him, crucifying him. He'll make provision for our sinfulness. Not only that, he'll give us the belief that we need to accept who he is, to know who he is, and to know why he did what he done. That's the love of God. And he requires nothing in return. Absolutely nothing. All other religions require something of you. They keep you reaching, they keep you trying, and in many ways they keep you failing, because you would never obtain to the levels and the heights of these religions. That's why people become evil, because they cannot reach the standards and the heights that these people preach that we're supposed to reach. The good Lord said, this is what he said. Peace I leave with you. Not the peace that the world gives do I leave with you, but a peace that's really hard to understand. But if you can grasp it, it's worth it. Therefore, having been justified by faith, and remembering that Jesus is the author and finisher of our faith, we have peace with God. Never to have to worry about that again. So that gives us room and space to be able to work out the things that are set before us. But the golden rule of love your neighbour as yourself brings us back to looking in the mirror. And that's the hard part, because it all begins and ends with ourselves. All the wins and losses that we face usually come back to us having to face ourselves. And that's probably the most courageous thing that we'll ever need to do or have to do. It's to say, look, I need to fix this. Lord, can you help me? Lord, I don't want to do that anymore. I trust that your Spirit will help me. Just help me. See, when you approach things by saying you have to change this, or God or the standards of our religion won't accept you, that's rubbish. The Lord walks alongside you even if you fail. Even if you go head first into the grave and you've failed. He never leaves you nor forsakes you. But he was there all along to help you. And it was up to you to accept whether you wanted to have his help or not. And he knows, he understands. If you fail, he will never fail you.